Hey guys, welcome to Geek Lightning. Okay, alright guys, so the first thing that we're going to talk about today, a couple big things happened this week. First off, the new season trailer, or mid-season trailer for Star Wars Rebels came out. How you guys feeling about that?
Flames. I thought it was fire. And I'm more excited for season 2 of Rebels than I am for some of these up and coming movies. Like, it's looking pretty legit right now. So
I actually hadn't really heard about it until this trailer.
Oh.
Oh.
I want to see. What I want to see is how they're gonna tie in.
Well,
I'm not even sure where it takes place.
It takes place, for any of our viewers and also Clayton over here, it takes place in between the prequel and the
A New Hope.
original trilogy.
Okay.
It's great.
Same animation style as like Clone Wars, but a different viewer audience. Like whereas Clone Wars might have been like kind of aimed at like teenage, kind of like 14, 13, kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
This one is kind of geared towards, it's like Disney XD style, you know what I mean? So
okay,
maybe like 9 to 12 year olds, but it is popping.
There's a lot of adult undertones in it. First off, and there's a couple episodes that almost seem emotionally draining in the sense that they're just kind of slow and boring, and something happens and it just becomes draining on you. But they pay off at the end, like of the first season, like hardcore.
Yeah.
Like everything comes together and is sewn together very, very, very well.
Okay, so just another one on those long lists of cartoons that have just kind of come out and I don't know where.
Recent years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I am excited to see when it seems like they're finally gonna kind of like close some of the plot holes between like how they're gonna reconcile what's happening in Rebels with everything that we know happened in the prequels and the original trilogy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And since everything that was EU is now no longer canon, it's like they have this huge open canvas, and it seems like they're finally gonna dive back into the lore of the Star Wars universe. So I'm excited for that.
So where does the Kylo Ren saber thing? Because I know that's what all the hype is about. Where does that tie into this?
That's the thing.
We don't know yet.
Ah,
I mean,
like teaser.
We know from the movie that it's from an old design.
Like an ancient Sith design.
And like his is like really fiery and everything because he got a cracked Kuiper crystal. But other than that, we don't know anything. So, I mean, it's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
But also, next on our list, we have a couple different things which are really depressing. But we're going to get them out of the way.
Get the tears out.
Let's get this shit done, son.
The death of Alan Rickman.
R.I.P. Severus Snape. Love you, boy.
He did kill Dumbledore, but whatever.
Too soon.
Bringing up old wounds.
Double agent. Double agent.
We're not talking about Dumbledore now.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Shame
I'm
on
sorry.
you.
If you like 4 years behind, but whatever, you know.
Okay. Also, David Bowie.
Man.
We talked about it a little last week, but I figure we'll give it a little bit more room. Our local musician here would like to say a couple words.
I mean, man, Bowie was it for me, dude. Like, Bowie was my biggest influence growing up playing music, man. Everything I did was Bowie, man. And so yeah, I was pretty depressed for a couple days. I'm not gonna lie. It's sad, but I think the way he went out and putting out that record, and he was Bowie till the end, man. And I think that was awesome.
I was gonna say, man, I didn't even know he was sick, but like after hearing the song and then hearing the announcement of his death, it like all came full circle, and I was just like, wow, that's a true showman to be able to put out this song, a couple months before you get ready to pass, and then you do pass, and the lyrics mean so much more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, like if you have to go, way to be a musician and a overall showman and make an event of it. You know what I mean? I thought David Bowie went out with a bang, and I thought that was awesome.
All right. So I've been thinking the last couple weeks about the up-and-coming actors of the future. I want to ask you guys, who do you guys look forward to becoming out of this world spectacular within the next couple of years? Anyone?
That's
I know
tough,
who I have, but I'm gonna wait. I want to hear you guys.
I actually can't think of one off the top of my head. Give me a second.
Okay, I know.
Well,
you
while
have
you
some
guys,
people.
while
So
you guys
go
are
ahead.
thinking, I'm gonna say one person in particular, Lupita Nyong'o. If you guys don't know who she is,
Of course.
she is the most beautiful, well-spoken actress of our time. hands down. She was in 12 Years a Slave, and also she was also the character of Maz Kanata in Star Wars. Wow. The way that she can transform characters is amazing. She has a bright future ahead of her.
I do think she has a bright future ahead of her. I think we kind of got to pump the brakes, though, and not be a prisoner of the moment. Because we still, she's been in 2 or 3 movies, so we kind of got to still see her do her thing. I am excited for her in Jungle Book. I don't know exactly what role she'll be playing, but so far she's done great, and I think she's gonna blow it up. But like I said, let's keep going though. Let's keep pushing the envelope and keep developing your craft, and then hopefully one day she'll be like a GOAT, a great of all time. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw a weird one out there. I kind of want to see. This isn't really up and coming either, I suppose. I kind of want to see what's gonna happen with Zac Efron. It's a weird guy, but it's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh, he's just the handsome face, but I mean McConaughey used to be that too.
There you go.
Well, he's a Disney brainchild, and they normally either like blow up to superstardom or blow the fuck up. Like,
but he kind of sizzled out, and he's come back. He has 3 movies.
Did.
They just announced Neighbors 2. He had Neighbors 1, and he's doing the whole Bad Grandpa with De Niro.
Yeah, which is probably going to be pretty awesome.
Can I just say, he annoys me. He just annoys me. I don't know why.
That. I can see that. Yeah,
it's that stereotypical jock next door in almost every single one of his roles that he's in, and I'm like, man.
But is that due to his acting premise, or is that due to casting?
I think it's casting, honestly. Yeah. I mean,
and that may be a little bit of his true nature kind of leaking through. I don't know. I don't know if he's a douche or not. Never met him, but whatever.
But I accept your.
I'm just saying it's interesting to see. Like, who knows what's going to happen with Zac Efron? Is he going to sizzle out and we're never going to hear talk about him again, or is going to have a reconnaissance?
No, he's going to be the.
Unlike the failed After Effect of Vince Vaughn-essence, which was terrible.
Oh man,
he's the anti-Seth Rogen.
They're teammates this time.
Yeah, I'm telling you, just their acting style in general. One of them is the slack-off stoner. The other one is the...
They're both character actors.
I will say this, though. He doesn't seem to be afraid to make fun of himself, which I appreciate, and especially with the kind of typecast role he's been given, like the jock kind of self-centered dude. He's not afraid to poke fun at the fact that he was in High School Musical and shit like that.
Okay, so who's yours?
Mine, I don't know. I don't think you guys know him or have seen any of his movies, but Michael B. Jordan. He was the guy in Creed.
Can I stop you right there?
Well, damn.
Can I stop you right there?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna have to revoke that one from you. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
Have you seen Fantastic Four?
Okay, Fantastic
Four. Have you seen Fantastic Four
in general?
You can't hold Fantastic Four against him.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I was actually kind of happy to see him in Creed. I'm like, well, I'm happy Fantastic Four didn't murder your career.
Yeah,
exactly. That's true.
And he's showing resilience as an actor, being able to come back and though it wasn't him, it was Sylvester Stallone who's up for I don't know if it's an Academy Award or Oscar, but that movie. I mean, the movie was great and it's getting accolades, which is awesome. And he was also in Fruitvale Station, which was a great movie.
And on top of it, it's a reboot.
Yeah,
Reboots, typically have
true.
That. They look down the nose at.
Right.
Exactly, and it seems like it's going to breathe life into the Rocky franchise, which is it seems like they're kind of Creed franchise now. Seems like they're passing the torch.
I'll give you that. Okay, all right. I mean, I'm just saying that was a terrible.
Let me get my W.
You said it was way. You said it was way too soon for Lupita Nyong'o, but then you throw.
Well, I just said up and coming. Up and coming.
I don't know.
One day.
All right, we're gonna move on to our our group conversations for the day. First off, we're gonna talk about The Revenant. Oh. We all went and saw The Revenant.
Oh man.
We all came to very, very, very different conclusions. Well, it's
kind of split down the middle because this side is kind of haters. This side kind of enjoyed it.
I got pinpoint accuracy.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a thought-provoking movie. You didn't leave the movie and say that was cool. I enjoyed my popcorn. There was lots of explosions. It was like, what the fuck was happening in that movie? And there's lots to kind of digest and go over with it. That was really just awesome. It was just thought-provoking.
Can you give me one scene where you were like, what is going on in the scene?
The church scene.
Yeah.
When he walks back and his son sees him in the church and he runs up and grabs him and it's a tree and it's just the symbolism in that movie is just off the charts. You can't digest it all in one go. You have to see it multiple times. It's one of those movies you have to break down.
Good. I get to invest 9 hours of my life into a movie that shows 2 hours of scenery, awesome. I'm excited to see that again.
12 minutes of dialogue.
They shot that in natural light too, which is a feat in its own.
I was really waiting for Snoop Dogg to start narrating the birds flying through the sky. Honestly, I was so bored.
I mean,
like it was very beautiful.
Michael Bay explosions in it.
I guess,
maybe
but
he should have kicked the bear and just been like,
it was.
He should have just done a Planet Earth documentary instead. With all the natural light and shit. That was awesome.
It was.
The acting.
They are triggered to consume, so to speak, media a certain way.
Oh, God.
And if it's not Vine or something with 6-second clips, their attention span is gone.
Wow.
And it was an art piece, man. And you gotta take it in as an art piece.
You did.
And I didn't say it was amazing. I thought it was good. I thought it was worth watching. I thought the cinematography was perfect. I thought the acting was very good.
It's a 2.5 hour western.
It is long.
They can keep most people's attention.
Right.
I'm just saying, I've seen a lot of better westerns. And
Name 3.
Name 3? Are you serious? The whole Clint Eastwood saga. What was it? Goddamn. What the
Name 3 that have come out in the last 20 years.
Okay, that's easy.
Since the 90s.
It's the one with what the fuck off the top of the head?
Django and
Tombstone. Django was better than that. And you said Lonesome and Dove. I'll throw that in there.
That didn't come out in the last 20 years.
It didn't.
Lonesome and Dove. I'm pretty sure it did.
Lonesome Dove.
It was. I mean, late '90s. I would consider that same. I mean, it may be right on the borderline, but.
We'll have to fact check this later, by the way.
But yeah,
I think that was the late 80s.
I mean, it was okay.
What's the one with Kevin Costner and I think it might be Robert Redford. Not Robert. Yeah, Robert Redford. Anyway, Open Range is a great movie, and that was early 90s.
But I don't think it was better than the rest.
Ooh, 310 to Yuma. That was amazing.
Here's the thing. Not one of the movies we mentioned anyone have to cry and scream for their Oscar.
Question.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
This reminds me of, like, have you ever seen that video of Kobe Bryant? Like, there's a kid in junior high that's just like, Kobe ain't nothing. Kobe's whack. And then Kobe goes out and plays this kid in basketball, and the kid's like, yeah. And he goes to shoot, and Kobe's just stuffing every shot he throws up. It's like, what now, kid? I hope Leonardo comes to your house. And it's just like,
don't wish that on me. Don't wish that on me.
For the record, I am a Leo fan, but I would hate to see him get the accolade that he deserves for a piece that he did not execute 100%.
No, okay.
And I felt like it wasn't necessarily Leo's fault.
What did he do that wasn't?
It wasn't what he didn't do. It was just that it wasn't there. Like, I don't know if it was the lack of dialogue or Tom Hardy kind of dragged it a little bit for me. His fake ass American accent was piss poor. And
that's the best Tom Hardy has covered his accent ever. And I know it's
that's not asking a lot.
Yeah, it's really
saying, like,
that's not asking.
No matter what happens, no matter what Tom Hardy movie you're watching, he's gonna say something. You're gonna be like, "Yep, he's still Bane."
Yeah.
Every time, and he only did that like once in this movie.
Okay.
And it's usually twice, except for probably Mad Max.
My thing is, though, it was a Cowboys and Indians movie, and they didn't add anything new into the mix. Like, to me, the highlight of the film was the scenery, and the other big thing was I felt like the entire movie, it was nonverbal from Leo. Like, give me an Oscar, please. Watch me crawl out of this carcass. Watch me crawl out of this hole again. Watch me crawl in this vision.
I was gonna say
in a church. I was like, damn.
Okay.
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
You guys just...
Let's break it down. If people don't like to see uber violence, if people don't like to see resurrection 14 times, probably, would you say?
If people aren't used to movies without a lot of dialogue, if people aren't used to this, to that, their brains are triggered to...
Turtles, go see Ninja Turtles.
Okay, well,
no one wants to see them.
Like,
okay,
action-packed cray-cray.
Ninja Turtles.
It's always been announced. Like, the director, everyone looked at this as an art piece going in.
To be fair, I'm gonna say this is like third Transformers is right here, and Revenant is right there.
Revenant is better than Transformers to me. Don't get me wrong. I thought a lot of the movie was good, but I just felt like I felt like they had the opportunity and they fired just a second late, and it could have been a lot better than it was. That's all I'm saying. It was a great movie, but on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 7.
Okay, Clayton, A, B, or C, or D? What would you rate it?
A.
A? Okay. Logan?
A.
Okay.
Well, damn.
C minus.
Shit. Goddamn C-, probably C-. Probably
Okay.
It's tiptoeing on D for me. Nah, I take that back. It's a solid C, 75 percentile.
Well, that settles that.
Yeah, there you have it. The Revenant.
Very mixed
Sorry,
reviews
Leo.
from us.
Sorry, Leo.
Yeah, please don't come down to my house and choke
Watch
me
it.
out.
I don't know. Y'all better turn the comments off on it though.
Yeah, for real.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna get called some harsh things.
Nerd
by all of
terrorists.
the 1 followers.
All our nerd terrorists. Would you say Juggalo's gonna start
It's
coming
not
out?
even
the
nerd
woodwork?
terrorists. You guys are the nerd terrorists or something.
All right.
You guys are just over here like, I think The Village was really underrated.
Okay.
I think M. Night deserves the Oscar for The Visit.
No, M. Night is, man, what he did to the Avatar,
Did
the
you guys
Airbender.
even see how many explosions were in this year's Star Trek? I don't know what you're talking about, The Revenant.
Anyways, moving on.
Next
All
one.
right. So our next group topic is going to be old versus new. We're going to try to compare the new Star Wars versus the old Star Wars. There's a lot of people out there talking about how the new movie mimics the first movie so much. I disagree with that, but that's just my nostalgic view because I don't think Star Wars can
This
be
is
bad.
a nerd argument.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the Star Wars nerd argument.
That you
the
didn't
Star
want.
Wars nerds are too mad that Star Wars is too like Star Wars.
What I was...
It's, you know what? I almost want to be bad at that, but at the same time, I can't because it's so fucking true. Star Wars nerds are mad at Star Wars for being too much like Star Wars.
It's
Which,
silly.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, but
I would disagree with that. To me...
I mean, but there's so much.
yeah.
Like that is there. It is very Star Wars, but right below that is all this new. You know.
What JJ did with the 3 main characters, the big 3 in this, is great because he split up the old Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker was great at being a pilot. He was great at being a Jedi, and he was great at being a soldier. Those 3 things are all quantified within each of these characters, whether it be Rey the Jedi, whether it be Finn the soldier, or whether it be Poe the pilot. I mean, they're all these ace things, which, yes, is very similar to the original Star Wars, but to me, it's going to follow a whole new
That's
section.
the thing, man. It's
you have to go to the beginning to go to the
it's
future. To
fertile ground for growing these new characters that we're gonna already do care about and will continue to care about. And how else are you gonna come out after that long without giving us the nostalgia and bringing us back?
I agree.
that's what it was for me. It was more nostalgia than anything. I will say that the characters are similar. You know what I mean? Especially the whole Kylo Ren Vader dynamic and Palpatine Snoke. Both of them being like disfigured, dark, ominous figures who you never really get a lot of dialogue from. I mean, I get it, but I feel like they're just trying to invoke the old franchise. And like you said, they got they have a fresh blank slate, and they can go whatever trajectory they want to right now. So that's awesome to me.
I mean, but would you rather those characters be the opposite of that or different than that? Like, you
Well,
know, Snoke,
I mean-
should Snoke be like sitting on a bed of flowers and like?
Well, this is my thing.
What is that character supposed to look like? You know what I mean?
This is my thing. If you're gonna get rid of the whole EU, which is what they did, then I feel like they said that they did that because they wanted creative freedom. Cool. If you want creative freedom, then do something that's creatively different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just that's my only thing. But I mean,
what hasn't been done in the Star Wars
I
universe?
appreciated
The
it.
problem with the extended universe, and you see this happen in comics a lot, when these universes get too big, they can't move forward at a pace that's any relatively. So to come at this and have a story that can move at a pace that's captivating, you have to get rid of the extended universe.
I agree. I was glad they got rid of it.
Me
But
too.
I'm just saying, if you do that, don't do it and then do the same. Don't use the same plot elements. You know what I mean, from the original series.
I mean,
you can invoke them, and this is just the first movie. So I mean, we do have 2 more movies to get into the other characters.
That's the
so
thing that was
I mean, I don't
amazing
want to
to
speak
me,
early
man.
at all. I'm just saying, if you and it's more so a warning than a condemnation of this current movie.
Yeah, you hear him, JJ? You better pay attention to that. Anyways, we're going to move on to rapid fire.
Okay.
It's going to either be shoot or run, or whatever variation of which word you want to use.
Decapitate with your crossblade saber.
What is a crossblade saber exactly?
All right.
Who knows, man? It's Star Wars. Logic doesn't matter.
In the news this week, it's came out that the Star Wars universe is actually going to try to use more realistic aliens, and what they mean by that is more practical aliens, so they can actually be in like the soldier scenes of Rogue One and future movies where they can be integrated easier, interchangeable, if that makes sense. So Twi'leks and like more humanistic looking aliens.
So less Jabba the Hutt, more.
Yeah, less Jabba the Hutt, more Chewbacca.
I would like to see them utilize that. And you know what I mean? We're in a universe full of all these different type of species or whatever, and we still have like a group of 10 humans or whatever. The main cast is always like 10 humans. I'm like, come on, let's not be lazy. Like that's the whole thing of this universe. I can't wait to see like a main character that is not a human. You know, like a Twi'lek or.
So I think they consciously did that though. Like the first one out of the gate, they wanted to throw us all of that, and like obviously they're going to start.
I think they're gearing up for it. I do.
I trust them.
I don't
know why I trust them, but I trust them to do the right thing, and I think.
I think
awesome.
the in JJ We Trust petition is great. So, do you shoot or run? Obviously, you shoot.
Shoot is good.
Yes.
Okay. Well then.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. What about you?
Shoot.
What about you?
Yeah, shoot.
Okay, so we have 4 shoots on this one. All right, so next topic is going to be Deadpool. The Deadpool marketing. I mean, it's been a love-hate relationship for me. I mean, what did he say on Twitter the other day? It was like literally a mother sent in a letter for her child to the producers or whatever, and Deadpool replied, and it's mayhem. I'm telling you.
It was mayhem.
It was something about your mama. You can't go and see this movie. I'm sorry, it's a big boy.
I think he said fuck your
mama.
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, fuck your mom at the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we speak frankly on this subject?
Sure.
Okay. This is Deadpool. Like, let's not go into. You can't go into this comic book or this movie based on a comic book expecting to see Frozen, or you know what I mean, this is what the comic is about. It's supposed to be something that's edgy. It's supposed to be something that's extremely sarcastic. And every Deadpool comic I've ever read, or every variation of Deadpool, whether it even be video games, he's always been the merc with a mouth, and he's always talked shit. So for them to kind of want to regulate him or like put him in a box, to me it is it wouldn't do the character any justice. And I'm glad that they're like, fuck that shit and doing what they want to do.
What about you guys?
I don't know, man. I'm not going to agree that there should be a PG-13 Deadpool, but I mean, like, Suicide Squad's coming out. It's going to be PG-13. Didn't really know that. Now my hopes are kind of shot on that one. It's going to happen. There's too much money. It's going to happen until we get a new rating system.
I agree.
And our rating system's been broken for a while. We've known that. I mean, you got to break them up.
Yeah.
I mean, I shoot this big time. I think that they are doing the right thing, and I mean, Logan's going to talk more about this.
Oh, no, there's going to be a PG-13 release. You can almost guarantee it.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, there's too much money to be made.
Man.
They don't care.
That's fine. Whatever, just as long as
we get R-rated. Yeah, we get R-rated R version.
R-rated in the movies.
I think that's a middle ground. Like, I mean, we can be mad if, there's a PG-13 release, but that's just us being, like, nerd terrorists.
Right.
I mean, why? Like, as long as I don't have to go see it, I'm going to go see the R-rated one.
I think you're onto something about the rating system being changed, too.
Yeah, it's been a problem for a while.
Yeah.
So, shoot or run?
Shoot.
Okay. What were you reading the other day about on Twitter?
About?
The guy from the creator of Walking Dead. What did he say?
Robert Kirkman?
Oh, yeah. He, I don't remember exactly what the tweet was. I can pull it up. He said, we're entering the AD era, the after Deadpool era. He saw the movie, and he said it's a game changer. He said everything is about superheroes movies is going to change. We're in the AD era.
It's something, yeah. It's something.
And I think everyone is going to be kind of starting to gravitate towards that because it's going to do very, very well in the theaters.
But the question is if Fox is going to capsize on this, or not capsize. They're going to take advantage of this and make the X-Men movies along that same line.
I would like to see that.
I would really
the comics
like that.
Really delved into that, so...
See, if they did that, they have the franchises that can do it very well, too. Fantastic Four can't really be a PG or PG-13 movie. It's kind of grittier. Or it would be a better story if it was kind of grittier. And then you have Deadpool, you have the X-Men, you have X-Force. They just have a whole slew of R-rated movies that they could make.
Yeah.
So
but they probably won't.
So we have 4 shoots. Am I correct? All right. Let's move on to the next one. It's not that big, and it's kind of a curveball for some of our viewers. Comic books. There's going to be a new Poe Dameron comic book. I think it's because Poe Dameron was received so well within the movie. They're creating his own Star Wars comic
They've had
book
it
now.
for a while.
You think so?
I think they had two.
There's too much planning to take a comic to print to just wing it. To have it out at this point and not be planning it well before the movie came out.
Yeah.
So do you shoot or run?
I'll give it a shot. I'll shoot it.
Okay. What about you?
Shoot.
Okay.
Okay, I was a fan of the comic book based on his mom and dad, so I'm definitely shooting.
Okay. I agree. I think it's going to be great.
Look at us all agreeing.
I know. What's up with that?
Man, we went from Revenant to just all on the same page.
See, don't hate us out there, guys. I mean,
shit,
They're not going to hate us.
No, man, we're cool.
No, I'm dragging you down with me. That's how. That's
Hey,
how.
I'm okay with being hated. Fuck you guys.
All right. So our next one is going to be the Falcon 9. Yeah, we were really talking about that last week about how excited we were
I'm
about.
still excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm still They landed a rocket in the middle of the ocean on a ship.
Right.
And once it hit the ship, it fell. But no one. They said that was impossible. They said that was something that would never be done. They said, no, that can never happen. And they got it on the ship. Yeah. Whether it fell off, not a little bit after, that's still impressive.
Hey, man, this is a necessary step in the progression towards space travel. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's
We're
not
gonna
even
get
so
there
much space
eventually.
travel. Once we can send these rockets back up and receive them back down, it's going to be a lot cheaper than what it's been. We'll start seeing things like the Free Internet Project that wanted to put satellites up. It'll be in their grasp. It'll be in their grasp to put anything in space for science. We'll see advancements.
Yeah. I agree.
We'll see huge advancements.
I'm tentatively going to shoot this one because I agree with it. I mean, I think it's the right necessary step to go. I just thought it was really funny. We were talking about it last week.
Yeah.
And the bitch
it's
blew
still
up.
kind of it's not. I don't think it's the victory they wanted, but I think it's still a victory.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I'll shoot as well.
So yet again, we got 4 shoots. What's up with that, guys?
We're on a roll, man.
All right.
We're just asking questions like, "Do you guys like racism?" It's like, "Oh, run!"
Yeah. No. All right. So this week in tech, we have a couple different topics on that. So first off, Clayton, you brought up this one earlier this week. I think it's great. $4 billion towards self-driving cars. That's crazy.
Yes. Every time I've mentioned this to someone of the Republican nature, they get pissed off. They do not like it. But here's the thing: is we can continue to deny it, like we've been denying, solar energy and alternate energy sources. It's the future. GM's putting money into it. Uber's putting money into it. Lyft's putting money into it. This is what we're going to do, and we need to have guidelines in place for when it happens.
Oh, we need guidelines. All right, man. We need some guidelines.
This is my thing. Is like that is a it's one of the biggest causes of death, crashes, alcohol-related crashes, and it's a unnecessary impediment. You know what I mean? Like, if we can create robots or some type of intelligent system that can get people from one place to another safely and efficiently with the most, with the least amount of energy or resources being spent, then why not invest in it? I mean, it's almost ass backwards to go against it. So.
I'm gonna kind of disagree with you guys. I mean, yes, it's exciting. It's blah. Yeah. Here's the thing. I think of the movie iRobot, where Will Smith gets in the Audi that's a self-driving car, and he's like, "How the fuck am I gonna drive this thing?" And then he puts it into drive, and he can actually drive it. And I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it's going to take so much control and so much freedom, essentially, from people.
You just have to express acceptance for our robot overlords.
I mean,
that's gonna happen.
Really,
robots are gonna take over the world. Either we're gonna blow up our planet, or we're gonna build something that's way smarter than us, and it's just gonna be like, look, you guys need to quit fighting so much. We're sick of it.
And then your self-driving car,
and then you're like, no, your
locks the doors.
Yeah,
it locks the doors.
Drives you off the cliff because robots don't need cars. I mean, eventually, but
it's gonna have cameras in it, and it's gonna see what you're doing, and it'll convict you of your crimes.
Yeah, you're gonna say a curse word, and it's gonna print out a ticket from the rearview mirror. Here's the thing. All right, speaking of Terminator and scary flying, attacking things, the future of drones, consumer and business. How are you guys thinking about it?
I dig the idea of like people being able to deliver stuff via drones. You know, be able to. I'd love to be able to order a pizza and some hot wings, and they just swing by my house and drop it off by my bedroom window. That would be awesome. But at the same time, I'm somewhat concerned, just because I don't know. I feel like we live in a crazy world right now, and people shoot them shits down just for the fuck of it. So
Amazon says they don't care. Amazon's like, yeah, we're doing it, and they're like, well, what about people shooting them down? It's just like, I don't know, let them. We'll arrest them.
Right.
You know where they're at when they get shot down. And it's like, we're gonna have video of it. We'll just send you to jail. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of privacy concerns that people have, but to me that seems so silly. It's like you update your status every 5 minutes with what you're eating.
Right.
Like I can figure out more about you through your Twitter or your Facebook than I could ever figure out.
You give up.
Some loud ass outside your window. Like it's not going to be a very effective means of spying.
I mean, but yeah, how would you like to wake up and that thing just be like out your window? Like seriously.
Shoot it down. Unless it was delivering a package, then it would be really convenient. Just wake up and it's like, oh, my Amazon's here.
And it has the potential to cut out like a lot of unnecessary stuff, like people with diabetes get insulin and shit delivered. Like that's.
Oh, I was like, how is that gonna help people with diabetes?
Bro, you gotta see the vision, man.
It's getting a lot of hate.
After they lose their legs, they're gonna fly around on a hovercraft. I don't get it.
Hey, you get a drone big enough, you put somebody's ass on there and float them around.
It's just called a helicopter at that point.
Right.
It's all got potential to be horrible, but like you said though, man, like we're already there. Like
it's gonna
everything
happen,
about
whether we like
me.
it or not, so.
If you took this phone and had access to it, that's me. That's my whole life.
Yeah,
if you had access to the network that phone's on.
Right, exactly. So we're already there, so screw it, man. Let's go for it.
Yeah. If we're gonna be spied on, might as well get some fucking drones, dog.
So you have your own drone to attack the drone that's spying on you, right?
Yeah.
That's how you solve the problem.
That's how Star Wars started,
Right?
Or I was gonna say, like, how do you solve gun crimes? Get a gun, obviously.
A good guy with a drone.
Good guy.
Right,
drone.
we were doing good with the three, with the three in a row. Everybody agreeing. So
I know what
stay on
happened.
that.
All right. So the last one is it's going to be kind of a new kind of thing.
Yeah, I just discovered this today.
I did too, and I have to say I'm highly addicted. Mm-hmm. Rick and Morty has a new game out. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the Rick and Morty show, but that show is bananas.
Watch the show before you get the game, please. If you're gonna play the game, watch the show because it's beautiful, man. And it's taking so long for the next season to come, and I think this is just perfect, and kind of keeping me in it until then.
Yeah.
But what did you think?
Clayton, do you want to go ahead and describe the game a little bit for people?
It's a Pokemon ripoff.
Yeah.
A multi-dimensional. His Rick's grandson Morty, who's kind of the sidekick in the show. Different dimensions. So you have like, what is it? Veiny universe and then like skinless universe Morty, and then like blue shirt Morty and old Morty and
gaseous.
Yeah.
Gaseous Morty.
Big head Morty. Right?
Big head Morty.
Big head Morty.
Fetus Morty. Yeah.
Fetus.
There's a good number of them. There's like 50 or 60 of them.
Yeah.
I like the
Hippie
idea
Morty.
of a funny show based in science. And,
but
it's hilarious, man.
I like that idea.
And the thing is like, the science is kind of actually true in this. I mean, it's kind of scary. I mean, there's infinite universes, number one. And number two, the creators of it actually have like science to back it up. They go to scientists to get the premise of some of the shows. Not all of them, obviously, but some of their shows.
Not the intergalactic blitz and chips.
Yeah.
The life simulator. That's a good episode.
Or the episode where there's an episode where they literally need someone's penis and able to do a heart transplant for an alien.
It's the exact same size, yeah. It'll be interesting to see what Dan Harmon's going to do with the show too, because he was on Community for a while, and then everything that happened with Community happened.
Yeah.
The Chevy Chase fiasco, Donald Glover leaving. Yvette Nicole Brown leaving, getting kicked off the show, coming back on the show. He was struggling with alcoholism at the time. Like, there's a lot of things working against Community. It'll be interesting to see him have 3 full shows and be able to have like kind of a full vision for a show.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I love that show. I didn't discover it till recently, but man, it's
If any of you guys out there didn't catch the name of this app or anything like that, it's called
Pocket Morty's.
Essentially, it's Pokemon.
Oh, it is.
I mean,
Pokemon.
Well, it's easy to
the
play on
dialogue
Pocket
is
Monster.
I remember early on in the game it said something about I don't know if it was catching them all.
Or no. Do you want to be the very best?
Do you want to be the very best? He asked me in the dialogue. So it's straight up, and I think that's
hey! Don't do that. We have copyrights. I'm sorry.
Fair use, bro.
Fair use.
Screw it.
All right. Well, that's it for our show today. If anyone wants to add anything, now's the time to do it. Anyone?
No.
All right. Well, hey, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, any of the social media sites out there. Some of them are coming soon. So, thanks. Have a great day.
Geek Lightning out.